One of my favorite moments that is always recreated is when Uncle Griffin wraps my kids as burritos on the floor because they love it so much, and they just love Uncle Griffin so much. They really just find so much joy in everything that you do, and you bring so much happiness and silliness to their life.
There are 3 words to describe Griffin. It would be sexy, sexy, and sexy. And the reason I say that is because, I mean, we know. That's people getting excited about Griffin right now.
Hi, I'm Dewey Morrison. My prediction for Griffin in his 40s is not just success, but true joy and happiness. And I really wish him the best. And I know it's going to be a wonderful decade for him.
I've done many sketches with Griffin. Probably my favorite would be our knife juggling act. Not many people really know about all the work that we've done developing our knife juggling skills, and you know, unfortunately, there have been a few incidents, but I think what I like about it is that it really brings out the fun in him. And, you know, just that lightheartedness, you know, oh gosh, you sliced off a corner of my finger. Oh well, we're still buddies just the same, right? We are still buddies, right? Right, Griffin?
Hi, Griffin. I'd see. When I met Griffin, it was memorable because I farted. And instead of him saying, excuse me, or asking me, was that you? He said, I thought you were vegetarian.
There is a line from a sketch Griffin did years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and I think about it all the time. And he's playing a Midwestern game show host about, it was a dairy contest. Allison Page wrote it, and the way he says "det dare dairy" is something I think about. It lives rent-free in my brain. Happy birthday, Griffin. There's a line that lives rent-free in my brain in the way that you say it. I hope your 40s is all you hope it to be.
My favorite memory of Griffin is when we did the You're on Mute sketch and I was your co-pilot, Griffin, and you kept making me break while you were talking about pooping on an airplane. And I could not look at you because I was going to break. And I think we probably ran that scene maybe 4 or 5 times. We finally nailed it. I think I just had to stifle a laugh when we actually performed it. But I would still fly with you anywhere happily. So happy birthday, Griffin. Happy 40th.
Hey, what's up, Mark? What's going on?
Hey, it's good.
Yeah, talk to me. Justin Wade, friend of Griffin Taylor. Yeah. Oh, is there anything you want to ask me? You want to talk to me about anything?
So what's your favorite memory of Griffin, either a sketch or a line?
Oh, well, first of all, I think we should start from the beginning. Griffin and I, we met, it was brief, it was online, and you remember? And it was a group chat, and it was just the two of us. And then he asked me if I was an actor, and I was like, yeah, of course I am. And so he's like, do you want to do anything like funny with me? And I was like, funny how, dude? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, not like that. I'm in a sketch group. I'm like, oh, okay, because I thought, anyways. So we started doing sketch, and what was it? We did Luber and Croft and Luber. Great scene. And the one thing that I like to do is I just like to try to make Griffin laugh. I just want to break his character. And that's just my goal from this point on. And whenever we do something together, I just want to just see if I can just break him, you know, like that, you know, character. Yeah.
The 3 words that best describe Griffin are tall, obviously, funny as hell, and kind. I mean, Griffin is just the nicest guy. It's been a pleasure to know him. We've worked together, we've acted together in a short, I think last year down in San Diego. Griffin is hilarious. He's funny, he's super talented. I love his writing. He's just, I mean, everything he does is just really, really on point. So, Griffin, happy birthday, man. Hope we get to work together again, and hope you enjoy your day.
Oh, the first time you met him was at Mervin's?
Yeah, he's coming out. He's so tall. He works at the shoe department. And
did he leave scuff marks on the floor?
no. Well, at that time I didn't really know much about him. Sorry. But I know he's different. He's tall and handsome. And then, thank God, he's my son-in-law. I'm so happy and so proud of him.
This is to Griffin, aka Gwarf Taylor, a groomsman of mine, a man that I have known for years, and there's been many funny things and small worlds, like the fact that I knew your older brother long before I knew Pamela, Jessica, you, your parents. The first time that I met my wife at a bar, like your 40th, she was going away for the weekend, that next weekend, and I tried to talk her out of it, and she's like, you just don't know. This is Griffin. This is my sister's Griffin. And I had no idea what that meant at the time. I do now. I am so thankful that you have been in Pamela's life, that you've been in Jessica's life, and been in my life. Stop it. And through you, I've met other people like Jay and your mom and your dad and others. And it was a hard thing for you to move here to LA. Kind of like it was kind of hard for me to leave the game to come here, but your family comes first. And you did it, and you're thriving, and Pamela knew it, and you've come, and she came, and you guys have been married, and I can't be any happier for you. You silly bitch. Happy 40th.
For Griffin's 40th, it's gonna be the best year yet. And if he were an animal, he'd be a bear because he is just so strong and powerful on stage. Tony Senator.
Joanna Senator.
Okay, so when I first met Griffin, I actually thought my first impression was that he was just really hot. That was my very first impression of Griffin.
It was, that's absolutely the truth.
Yeah, thank you for confirming that. But then I was like, oh wow, he's like funny and a good actor too. And then like the hotness went away. But
maybe you shouldn't have said that part.
No, he's still hot. He's still hot. Pam, good choice. That's mine.
That's pretty good. So, if Griffin was an animal, what animal would Griffin be? A gazelle. It's not funny. A gazelle.
Because he's graceful.
He's so gracefully intelligent with just a subtle hint of awkwardness. And that is why he's so adorable. And I think we both know that I am the female version of Griffin, or at least that is what I'm striving to be.
You have the awkward part down, so that's good. Happy birthday, Griffin! Happy birthday. 4-0.
I'm Dana, and if Griffin were an animal, he would be a wild giraffe because he is driven like a wild giraffe would be, but he's also very approachable and fun and has the advantage of being tall.
You can call me Jay, and I'm telling you, the viewer, my favorite memory of Griffin Clark Taylor. A friend since junior high, elementary school era, actually. All of those times were great. I would say my favorite memory was in our late 20s, I think about 10 years ago, Griffin and I were walking around the Mission, and we had found the business cards of a man with a very Spanish last name running for US president who was nowhere in the news. And we found his business card and looked him up, and he had a YouTube channel, and sure enough, from his little home, he was running his presidential campaign. Griffin and I were very taken by this individual, his endearing accent and clear, total lack of any opportunity of becoming president whatsoever, except for in his heart, of course. And my memory is, the favorite one is Griffin and I on a lark figuring out where in the city he was located just from watching his YouTube videos. We tracked him down to the Mission. We found his storefront. This is from watching his videos obsessively and guessing from the signs that were nearby. Went there on a lark just to see what would happen, and lo and behold, we met him. His name is Eber Flamenco, that's absolutely right. And he, in 2012, was running for president. Again in 2016 and 2020. And we became his campaign managers upon meeting him with his consent. This actually happened. It was a dream come true, and he gave us his email and YouTube password so we could create content and comments promoting his presidency. And oh boy, did we do our best to get this man into the White House, at least as far as YouTube would let us. And sadly, as you probably have figured out, the 2012 election did not go in Eber Flamenco's favor. But from that day on, Griffin and I knew that we were meant to be on the exploratory committees of presidential candidates who live and work in the Mission. And by golly, we will make sure we will do that again. And leave the YouTube comments necessary to get a man into office. You heard it here first. Thank you, Griffin, for this memory. Happy 40th birthday. Never grow up. And rock on.
It said Eber Flamenco for president. And we looked him up on the internet and found his shop, his computer shop. And ended up getting easy. We had to watch his videos. Yeah, videos of him leaving the shop, walking, and then walking and talking about like we have to make sure that they do not text again.
This is it. That's the highlight.